Hello guys, welcome back. So still in the same spot as before, like I said. I am filming 3 videos right now. We just talked about the protocol and the number of ewes that we did our protocol on for our embryo transfer of Australian whites. Go watch that video. The full list of the playlist is down below, so just check that out. And then you'll be able to see that. But in today's video, we're going to be walking through the full protocol. And then in the next video, we're going to talk about the genetics of our embryos and the ewes that we chose to implant those in. So, like I said in the last video, we chose SEK Genetics in Galesburg, Kansas to do our embryo transfer of our Australian whites. It was really easy for RSG to send the embryos there. I was really surprised with how, I don't know, they know what they're doing. I don't know what I'm doing. All I know what to do is call them and be like, look, here's the full situation. How do I get A, B, to C, you know? And they were like, chill, it's okay, it's okay. So our embryos got there totally fine. The gal was like, okay, you got 6 embryos. Here's what we're going to do. Like I said in the last video, we decided to do the protocol on 8 of our sheep. And so yeah, let's dive into the protocol. If you guys have any questions on this, please leave them in the comments. I'll try my best to answer them. But like I've said, this was our first time doing embryo transfer, and I'm not a vet, so I will try to answer them to the best of my knowledge. But these videos are just to try to help you guys out and give you like a baseline of what we did for our embryo transfer, and then hopefully you guys can take that as a jumping point to, you know, kind of know the basics or know what we did, and then be able to ask more questions as you do yours. So they did send us all of the drugs that we needed through the mail. So we had our cedars, which are like an insert that you put in to the sheep, and then the Ludolase, and then the PG 600. With the cedars, just some education on it. I did not realize, or I found this out, that they actually have like a hormone on them. So when you go to insert those, make sure that you are using gloves, because you don't want to just touch that cedar. Otherwise the hormone can go into your hands. So always make sure that you're using gloves with those. There is a like a tool that you can use. You can put them in by hand. I was not feeling like I could do that. So there is a tool that you can buy. I bought mine off Amazon, and I don't remember exactly what company it came from on Amazon, but it was super easy. I can also leave a link to a video that RSG did. They are the lab that has the Australian white embryos from Australia. That's where they're being housed, but they are like awesome with all things sheep and goat. And so they had a video on how they insert cedars, and so I watched that. Kind of gave me a baseline knowledge of what I was doing, and yeah, I felt pretty confident the day of doing it. I just went into the zone and like, okay, lock and key, let's go. Because I don't know, it is pretty serious. Just, I don't know. I've heard multiple things with like cattle, like mishaps with this Ludolase, because it is like an abortion kind of a thing that you want to make sure that you don't, as a human, you know, accidentally stick yourself with a needle or anything. Just be very precautious when you are dealing with these drugs, is what I'm trying to say. So I bought the cedar, the insert, or whatever, the tool to insert the cedars into the sheep. Also, we had like a lube to put, like, to help with that. Watch that video though, that I will talk about, because they were recommending that you use that on first time use, but like not too much to where it would like slide out, I think. If I remember right, it's been a few months. But that was on, so October 23rd, we put the cedars in, and how many days later is that? I don't know, a week to 10 days later, we did a shot of Ludolace, 1 cc of it in the evening. Then a couple days after that, we pulled the cedars and then gave 3 cc's of PG 600. And then a day after that, we started to record heats. And I talked about this in the last video, but we didn't actually have like the person that I talked to at the lab was saying that they should have like discharge on the backside and stuff, and be riding each other, and we didn't see any of that. So I was a little nervous going into doing our transfers, you know, I was like, did it work? You know, are they in heat? I don't know. And so the vet was able to check with his stuff. It's all laparoscopic, so he like, I don't know. I have a video of it. I have pictures. Well, I don't have a video of him doing it, but all of that will be coming. So make sure that you're subscribed, and you can check out the playlist below. And eventually we'll get to that video and all that, because it's pretty cool how it's done. I had no idea how they did it, but anyways, he was able to look and see if they were in heat, and figure out which side to put the embryos in. Where was I going with all this? And then the rest of the protocol, the day before we took them in, you need to remove feed and water. I didn't realize how much, like how big important that was. So really stress that. Make sure that you do that, because I don't know. It is a big thing. My husband and I were like, oh, it's not that big of a deal. No, it is a big deal. And then the day of, we took them in for the transfer. If you guys haven't seen my other videos, we actually woke up the morning of and loaded them in the trailer, and then took them 3.5 hours away to Galesburg, had the transfers done, and then brought them all the way home that same day. Yeah, I don't know. A lot of people will tell you that that's not good. You know, you don't want that jarring. You don't want them to get up to more than like a walk after they have done the transfers. And so we just tried to do the best precautions that we could to make sure that we tried those things. I don't know if I guess I'll talk about that in this video. We put our sheep in a Lamborghini, is what we call it. It's just like a small metal pin. I don't know the dimensions of it, but we pull it with our tractor, and we put all 8 of them in there prior to, I think it was at least 2 weeks before we did the transfer, or before we did any of the protocol, because we wanted them to all get used to each other. From what I had talked to other people, they talk about that there's like a pecking order that the sheep have to go through. So, you know, we didn't want to throw them all in there and then have them bunking on each other or hitting on each other, and like the day of or during the transfer. So we put them in there at least like a week before we started the protocol, and let them work all that out. Another thing was that, like I said, you don't want them to get up more than like a run after the transfer is done. So us putting them in there, they were able to get used to us pulling it forward. It's essentially like a mobile, like a mobile chicken coop. It's just like you pull it forward and then they're in new grass. I'm sure we have a video of it on our channel somewhere. But we wanted them to get used to the tractor noises and not like getting super scared when we walked up to it. So all of that, that worked out pretty well. And even coming home that day, we just tried to make them as comfortable as possible. We have like a really old trailer, and so we put hay, like old hay in the bottom of it, and I think we might have put them all in one compartment, like the front or the back. That way they were like kind of forced to like lay down and not walk the whole trailer the entire time. It went freaking perfect though. Like I'll have to talk about that in another video, but just like it was as peaceful as it could have gone. It went. And so we're very thankful. If you guys haven't seen some of my other videos, we do have 4 of the 6 took. So very exciting. We are in the beginning of March and these embryos are due April 8th. So we'll see what we get. I'm excited and a little nervous, but excited. So, but yeah, so overall the protocol wasn't that hard. You know, I know a little bit about vet stuff. I don't know, you get used to it once you have animals on your farm for so long. You got to do what you got to do and you get it done. And I don't know, after doing it once, I feel like I could definitely do it again and feel more confident and just get it done. And that's it, just a couple shots. We also did the shots underneath the armpit. I don't know if anybody has a recommendation on where to do like sheep shots. That's where I was told to do the armpit, like just because there's that extra flab of skin and it doesn't have fur or whatever hair on it. But if there's another secret spot, let me know. The other spot that we did, no, actually, okay, I'm just kidding. We didn't do it under the armpit. We did it in like the side of like around the tail and the vulva. That's right, because I was able to pinch and kind of pull away and do the shot there because we didn't want to put them on their butts to do the shots. Normally we would do it in the armpit, but with the cedars, we didn't want to like risk pulling the cedars out. So that's where we did it. Just another trick. I don't know. If there's a better way, let me know, because if we do this in the future, it'd be good to know. But okay, that is it for this video. Like I said, in the next one, we're going to be talking about the genetics of our embryos and then why we chose the ewes that we chose. So make sure that you guys stick around for that one, and we'll see you then. Bye, guys.